How's it going, guys? Welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be taking you through one of my favorite shoulder workouts that I've done in a long time. Now we're going to start off with seated behind the neck Smith machine overhead presses. With this movement, if going behind the neck causes you any kind of shoulder pain, then just do a standard Smith machine overhead press. Now, with this, there's a couple keys to this movement in order to do it properly. First, if you look at my forearms, they're staying vertical as much as possible. This has helped keeping my shoulders in proper alignment. And then the next is going to be keeping my elbows underneath my palms, and that ties into keeping my forearms vertical. Helps keep my elbows under my palms, and that really just helps keep my forearms so that I'm not putting my shoulders in a vulnerable position. So with that, we're focusing on 4 working sets, 15 reps on the first set, 12 reps on the second set, 10 reps on the third set, and then finally finishing it off with 8 reps on the fourth set. Next, we're moving into one of my favorite ways to kind of change things up. I like to call them lucky 7 sets, and it's a variation of 21s. So what we're doing is we're going to do 7 reps with about a 4-second negative, as you can see here. Really just focusing on stretching the muscle out to that negative portion of the rep, but powering it up through the top portion. So we're going to do 7 of those, immediately followed by 7 partial reps. Now with this, you can either do 7 partials at the peak of the movement or at the bottom. I find that I get a little bit more out of doing them at the bottom as opposed to the peak on this particular movement, but it's whatever your preference is. Now, this was my last set, so I actually went a little bit too heavy and I had to decrease the weight for the last portion of this lucky 7 set, where we're doing 7 full reps. So after you finish the 7 slow, 7 partials, then you're doing 7 full reps. And then you're going to do 3 total sets of those lucky 7 sets. It's a lot of sets. Sets. But moving into probably my favorite exercise and my favorite thing to do is dumbbell lateral raises in a descending set form. Now, as you'll notice, I'm not doing just standard dumbbell lateral raises. 1, I'm keeping the weight really light, but 2, I'm keeping one arm elevated while I'm repping out the other arm. Now, if you'll notice, I started with 5 reps on one arm, switched over to the other arm, 5 reps, then switched back, and I did 4 reps. Now then I keep doing that and I keep descending by 1 rep every time I go back to another arm until I hit 1 rep per arm, and then I drop both my arms down and just hit 5 extra reps towards the end, just really forcing extra blood into the muscle. That's one of my favorite movements, just to kind of really break down my lateral heads and my delts. Next, we're moving into some front delts, and we just are doing some plate steering wheels. Now with this, try and get 8 turns in each direction, so 16 turns total, and this is going to be a superset. So without dropping the weight down, we're just going to go straight into plate front raises. And with this, you're going to be doing 8 reps again. So 4 total sets of this one, and really focus on trying to keep that weight elevated the entire time you're doing those steering wheels. It's really going to help that extra burn and get a little bit of extra pump in there. Now finally, we're going to go into probably the hardest part of the entire workout, and these are going to be FST7 lying cable face pulls to target our rear delts. Now, this is probably one of my favorite movements for rear delts, and there's a couple reasons for that. 1, I get to lay down on the ground. I mean, come on, you're in the gym, you're tired, it's the end of the workout. Who doesn't want to lay down on the ground? But the main reason for this, that I like it so much, is because it takes away any chance of cheating, and it really isolates and cements in proper form. So there's 3 points of contact I want you to maintain at all times during this movement: your hips, your shoulders, and your head. Keep those 3 points in contact with the ground the entire time, and that's going to help really cement in proper form and really help target the muscle that we're trying to hit, which is those rear delts. Now, with the FST7, or the fascial stretch training 7 principle, instead of taking a rest period, what we're going to be doing is flexing whatever muscle we're trying to target for about 30 seconds between sets. So you'll see here, I'm doing a front lat spread, just really trying to stretch my rear delts out, and just really stretch the muscle fascia. Now this FST7 is a training principle developed by Hani Rambod. If you don't know who he is, look him up. Really great personal trainer. He's trained several of the top Olympias over the past few years. But the entire principle behind the FST7 style of training is you're actually allowing yourself to break the muscle down further and really just shape it throughout the flexing portion of these movements. So what you're doing is you're forcing extra blood into the muscle, really shaping the muscle a little bit more and encouraging a lot more hypertrophy. So if you haven't tried this before, instead of doing 7 full sets, what I would recommend is starting out with maybe 4 or 5 sets and just see how you feel. If you're really feeling good, go for it, go all the way, do all 7 sets. Otherwise, this is much more of an advanced movement. So like I was saying, if you aren't up for doing all 7 sets, don't try and do it this week. Just keep it in the back of your mind, do 4 or 5, whatever you can manage without injuring yourself, and just kind of make that a goal. Work into it as you go throughout your workouts. But hope you guys have enjoyed. That's been my workout today. Don't forget to like the video. It definitely helps out the channel, helps us keep growing, and helps us keep bringing you great content. If you aren't already, please subscribe because we got great videos like this coming out Monday through Friday. And then I've also got a couple other things planned for Fridays that I'm going to be releasing this week. And then possibly some stuff on the weekend. We'll have to see. But, as always, thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below if you like this video or if you gave the workout a try. Also, let me know if you've got anything you want me to try, any exercises, workouts. Let me know, and I'll try and work it out. Try and create a video on it for you if you need me to. So, it's been Dylan Johnson, signing out.